Hello everyone and welcome back to another YouTube video. We are starting it like this because it's Monday evening. I'm starting another realistic week of reading in my life. That didn't make sense. I'm starting another realistic week of reading as a 9 to 5 girly. So yeah, today's Monday evening. I've just finished work. Whoa, I've just finished work. It is currently 6:10 and I'm reading Heir of Fire by Sarah J Maas. Me and Jemima are continuing with our buddy read of this series. This is again a reread for me. I read it for the first time like 2 years ago, I think, or maybe even a year ago. No, it must have been 2 years ago now. And yeah, this is the third book in the Throne of Glass series. I'm currently on page 66. I'm supposed to be on page 155 today. My battery's flashing at me, so I'm going to stop there, but that is what I'm currently reading.
I want it in the worst ways, oh baby. The shame that we don't operate well, baby. Cause you're bad for my health, I swear you go to hell. Take the L, I don't wanna see you swell no more. And you might be the death of me now, baby.
Okay, I'm currently on page 155 of Heir of Fire, which is chapter 20. So I'm like, I think my Kindle said I was 28% of the way through this. I have the physical copy of this, I have the audiobook of this, and I also bought it on Kindle because I listened to the audiobook of Crown of Midnight and really enjoyed it, and I was like, I'll listen to the audiobook of this one as well. So I got the audiobook, and then I've recently discovered that I read the fastest when I just have my Kindle and I'm lying in bed with like just like a TikTok live on in the background. So I thought I'm gonna buy it on Kindle because I'll read it faster. To be honest, I'm reading it as fast as I would have read the physical book. I'm not reading it that fast really, but I'm getting through it. I am actually like 1 day behind now. I was like 3 days behind, but I've read 100 pages today. And I do need to read another 100 pages to be on track with the buddy read with Jemima. In terms of initial thoughts of Heir of Fire, obviously this is a reread for me. I vividly remember like the chapters. I'm not spoiling, there's gonna be no spoilers in this vlog, but I vividly remember the chapters with Manon from my last read, but other than that I don't really remember much else. I think I remember Queen of Shadows a lot more than I remember Heir of Fire. So it honestly it feels like I'm reading a new book, but then there'll be like a certain scene and I'll get like deja vu and I'll be like, okay, yes, I do remember this happening before, but I have to read it to remember it, if that makes sense. I am enjoying it. I'm glad that we've got the new characters introduced because I really like the other characters. We're getting so many different points of views as well, which to some people I imagine can be quite confusing. I think because I've already read this before, like I said, I'm finding it easy to follow. I don't know how I feel about it in terms of the other two. I think on my first read I gave this one a 4-star. I think it will depend on how the rest of the book goes, obviously, but I don't know. It's not thrilling me that much, but again, we're only 150 pages in out of like 550, so I have a long way to go. I don't really know what to say. I want to be like here in the book, and then I know I'll be like really enjoying it. But I don't know. It's good so far. Like, I'm not saying it's not good, but I'm just, you know, I'm just reading it. It's fine. I'm just reading it. I will say that the next book in the order I've previously read this series and the order that I'd recommend, I read The Assassin's Blade after Heir of Fire, and I don't think Jemima's read that one yet. So when Jemima reads that one, I'm not gonna reread that one because The Assassin's Blade is a collection of short stories. It's 4 short stories featuring Selena and some other people, and I remember crying hard at that book, and I remember that book vividly, so I'm not going to reread that one because as well I think I must have given it 5 stars, and I don't want to like reread it and then tamper the memories I have reading that book, because I really loved that book when I read it, so I'm not going to read it again. I just don't want to mess with the memories associated with that book. Also, I'm wearing my Terrason sweatshirt while reading the Throne of Glass series. How cool am I? What a crazy Wednesday evening.
We don't want no homicide, not do it. I'm chilling, my soul so loud. Are you happy now? 'Cause I really hate you. 'Cause you made me so blue. And I promise to God I'll cut you off. But I really need you. And I really don't want to, yeah. But we'll keep playing games till you fuck off.
Okay, I've been reading for like most of the day today, so I have significant reading updates. So I am currently on page 353 of Heir of Fire, so I'm like 62 or 63% into this now. I've been thinking about what I want to say about this all day, but I don't know what to say that isn't going to spoil the series. So I feel like I can't talk too much more about this until I give my final thoughts with my rating and everything. But just currently, just know I'm really enjoying it. It's a lot faster now and I'm really into the story now. And I love the new characters that are introduced in this book, and yeah, I'm very much remembering like the first read now, and I remember what happens in this story now. And I'm really enjoying reading it, and I can't wait to carry on and get to the end. But that is all I'll say on that one for now. I also started Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez today. This is on my June TBR, and I just felt like I wanted to pick up something to read alongside Heir of Fire, and I chose this, and I'm so glad that I did. I forgot how much I love Abby Jimenez's writing. It's so funny. It's like, it's really easy to read because she writes very colloquially, like slang terms, modern day language. There's no airy fairiness. It's just written as if she was just talking to you, which I really appreciate because I find it so easy to read. Yeah, her banter it's just so funny. Like, I've physically laughed out loud multiple times while reading this, but there is also this like undertone of trauma, and there is like a solemn undertone to the story as well as it being a rom-com. I haven't even said what this is about. So this is about a guy called Justin and a girl called Emma, and Justin posts one day on Reddit this story about his friend and his dog, but within that story he basically says that he has this curse where every girl he dates then goes on to meet the love of their life immediately after dating him. And Emma sees this story and basically sends him a message saying, oh my god, I have that same curse, how weird. They end up talking from this Reddit post and decide that the way to cancel out each other's curses is to date each other, break up, and then both of them hypothetically will meet the loves of their lives respectively. So we're getting the perspectives of Justin and Emma, and there's also many side characters. Justin's friends, Emma's best friend Maddie, Emma's mum plays quite a big role in this book, and also Justin's family has a role in this book as well. And both Justin's currently going through something quite traumatic, and Emma has been going through something traumatic like her whole life really, and Emma kind of brushes it off and doesn't really see it as a big deal, but everyone else around her is like, that's a really big deal. So yeah, not only is it Justin and Emma like dating each other to break this curse, it's also them sort of trauma bonding, which is honestly really nice to see. So yeah, although it is a rom-com, there is this more meaningful element to it, and I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm on page 170, which is like 40, I think it was 42% through. And I've read all that in like an hour and a half. I don't know how. My app says I have 2 hours left of reading. It's like a 400-page book. But yeah, it's really good. And Justin is like the most thoughtful male love interest ever. He literally like sends her like checklists before a date, like, do you want to do this? What's your favourite, like, what food do you want to eat? What dress style shall we wear? Like, he really puts thought into these dates and is making an effort, and it's really cute to see. So yes, I'm going to try and finish. I always say this. I always say I'm going to try and finish this book tonight, and then I don't read any of the book tonight. But I am going to try and read this book tonight because, like I said, I'm 350 pages into Heir of Fire, and that is like, we were supposed to hit 350 pages today for the buddy read that I'm doing with Jemima. So I don't need to read any more of this today, so I can just focus on Just for the Summer. Okay, I'm just watching Emmy's new vlog. I absolutely love Emmy. She's honestly like my favourite booktuber right now. If you don't subscribe to her, you should. She has like 5k subscribers right now, and she just mentioned me in a video, my comment on her video, which is so cute. But yeah, subscribe to Emmy, I love her.
No, there's no more saving face. You're gon' pay with pain. I'll just taste the fame and all my fans, they hate your name. You can't hate me in the next life or the next one again.
Okay, I just finished Just for the Summer. I read this book in 4 hours. That's how good it was. It's 400 pages. It's so good. Okay, there are some themes in here that maybe, if you are triggered by things in books, maybe look up the trigger warnings. I don't really know what more I can say, because I know that I've said quite a lot of my thoughts about it, but I'm definitely giving it 5 stars. Justin and Emma's relationship was so complicated, but that's why I loved it. I think Emma had a lot of things that she needed to work through, and it took her a while to realise that, and I just really enjoyed the way that the people around Emma knew that about her and supported her through everything that she was going through, even when Emma didn't realise that she needed someone there. So I really just love the found family aspect in this book. I just loved it. 5 stars. Definitely go and read this one. You don't need to read the other 2 books in the Part of Your World series to read this one, but it does help to give some context. I haven't read the second book, Yours Truly, yet, but the characters did appear in this one, but again, it didn't really affect me reading the story. I still gave this one 5 stars, so yes, please go and pick this one up. Today, all I need to do now is read the last, or not the last, the next 50 pages of this book, which is Heir of Fire. And I actually might leave this vlog after I finish these 50 pages, because I don't think I'm going to finish Heir of Fire until the end of the week, and this vlog's already been going on for a week now. So yeah, I think I'm going to read these 50 pages, give you my thoughts on Heir of Fire, and then we'll close out this vlog.
'Cause I really hate you.